hot seat. Lincoln, bro. The thing is a burning up, my boy. It is absolutely on fire here. A tough loss, giving up 52 points, I believe it was, to Washington. It's a lot of points. You scored a lot. You score 42 and you can't get a W. That's brutal. Third loss of the season. And I've said it. The California game, they almost lost it to. I said it when they lost to Utah. They could lose the rest of the season, right? They lose to Oregon. They lose now to Washington. Almost lost to California. Who do they got left? Oregon State?
Yeah, they have a
It doesn't get any easier if anybody was wondering. I'll take a look here real quick. They've got Oregon coming up now. Excuse me. So
yeah.
they played Utah,
Oregon,
California, and then UCLA. And UCLA is. Go ahead.
They could lose all they could lose these remaining games.
Oh my gosh, UCLA lost to Arizona. Arizona is just low key.
Left, right.
Yeah, getting it done. I didn't realize they beat UCLA yesterday, moving into the 23rd spot. So, but look, UCLA, I mean, they're still a good football team. They're going to fight USC very hard. And look, Caleb Williams, obviously in shambles yesterday. When interviewed, he goes, "I just want to go lay it down with my dog and watch some TV." But the reason why, we're bringing Lincoln Riley into this is because Grinch, his defense coordinator, has been fired after 10 years. I think a little 10 years too late. And when you're firing a coach, a DC mid-season, you know things are spicy. And I know he's coming off of a Pac-12 championship appearance, losing a big bowl game. You do have the Heisman quarterback, but I've been preaching this. What's coming up next? Where are you headed? And they paid this man a lot of money to put USC back into that national championship territory, and they don't seem like they're going to be there anytime soon. And they're going into a Big Ten that is looking ruthless. Oregon doesn't seem to be slowing down any. Obviously, now you're going to add Michigan, Ohio State to the bunch. You just added some dogs to your schedule that weren't there before. You're not going to have your walk-ons, and you're going to be playing in, whether you're not used to playing in against teams that play completely differently. You're going to have to learn to play defense. You're not going to just be able to sling it around against a team like Michigan and go into the Big Blue. USC is on the verge of, look, they've been out of it for quite some time, but I'm concerned they might be farther away. Like Florida fans, we might be a little bit delusional of how far away we are from being back to that national championship brand. USC, I thought Lincoln Riley was going to surge them back to the top, but now there is concern that he may not be as close as we thought he was.
Yeah, when you fire a coach midseason, you're getting on my hot seat. It doesn't matter. Sam Pittman was on there. Now, he may have bought himself just a tick of time with that close Florida win. I don't think so. I think they still get rid of him this year. But here's the thing. If Caleb Williams decides to go to the draft this year, you are totally resetting. And one is Lincoln Riley really going to want to totally reset, or does he just dump him and go to the NFL? Because your quarterback's gone, your supposed Heisman quarterback is gone, your defensive coordinator is now gone, so you have to revamp and retool that entire defense. It's a little easier now with the transfer portal, yes, but still, you got to hire somebody that is completely different. If you're Lincoln Riley, you go out and you get Jim Leonard, that's sitting on the couch, that had Wisconsin top 5 defenses in the Big Ten year after year after year after year. You go hire him right now. I don't care what it costs you. I don't care if you have to go into your own bank account. You go hire him because he knows what it is to play against Big Ten offenses. Sure. And how to stop them. And then you totally retool that defense because the defense is not it. And then they go and get a commit from a 2026 quarterback, and they drop that today. Like, that's it?
Like 2026, yeah. So for 2023, they finished top 10. And right now for 2024, they're ranked 18th overall and 5th in the Big Ten, behind Ohio State, behind Oregon, behind Penn State, and behind Michigan. All the teams that we just talked about. Now, they're well ahead of UCLA and all the other schools because now there's 18 teams now there. But, son, it's a gauntlet. It is a gauntlet, to say the least.
Yeah, but Do you stay and do it if you're Lincoln, or do you run off to the NFL? That's going to be the $1 million question.
I mean, Sean D says Roddy's going to leave USC like a thief in the night. Do you want a guy like this that continues to do that? Like who's gonna say yes to this, right? Like I guess NFL they don't care about that kind of thing, but
No, they don't care.
If it's kind of like Cliff Kingsbury. I mean, he just did it to Arizona, kind of just gave up, just quit, rolled off into the sunset, got his paycheck and left. He goes and hires him. It's his carbon copy. What NFL team is going to look at that head coach and be like, yeah, I want this guy on my staff? I don't know. I think he's burning his own bridge by doing these things. It's going downhill very fast.
He could go get an OC job at any
True.
NFL team.
True. That's fair. Maybe I'm thinking like he's just going to run off and kind of just go do what Cliff did, right? Got my paycheck. I'm going to go and take the pressure off me and just go run an offense. Give me a team with a Caleb Williams style quarterback, or follow Caleb Williams to the NFL. Go to Arizona. Hey, well, easy there. That's something to think about. Kyler Murray. But I talked about it in another video, the culture, right? Just kind of how Caleb Williams has carried himself. When he was the top dog, he was making fun of Max Duggan for crying, LOL, and painting his fingernails, then takes the L and he's crying in the stadium. I'm not here to pick on the guy. You can carry your emotions however you want, but when everything's going your way, you just walk around like my shit don't stink. Even when after the Notre Dame loss, somebody asked you about it, he goes, I don't concern my opinions of sheep. Like, you're just being very arrogant. And then now people are asking you questions and you're just like, I want to go lay with my dog and watch TV. To me, that speaks to, again, and that we talked about my concern with drafting Caleb Williams. I wouldn't draft him. I wouldn't take him. I wouldn't touch him with a 10-foot pole. But look at the quarterbacks he's had. He's created Heismans, right? And Baker Mayfield, Caleb Williams, Kyler Murray. Baker Mayfield is the only one I feel that has kind of pulled away, but he's had his troubles. He's had his struggles in his relationships in the NFL. Kyler Murray obviously is a wreck, and now you've got Caleb Williams, who doesn't look very stable either. And you're the leader. You're their guy right now.
The Raiders need a head coach. It's pretty close.
No, Raiders look good today. Dominated. They look like they bounced back. That team all of a sudden, and I was saying that, I think we talked about it last week. I said, man, that team is a pretty good team. They got some great players. It's not working out. Yeah, getting rid of Josh was a big factor. I mean, they looked exceptional today. I think they won like 35-7 or something like that. They dominated the Giants. Now it's the Giants, but I think it was a big win for them to bounce back. I could see USC hiring Brian Hartline. Whew, that'd be nice. Jeremiah Smith though. USC, interesting stuff.